Hey guys, Cajun CO here, and we are starting a new game, Kona. Let's see. There we go. Wow, that's fun. Okay, there we go. Music off. Apply. Back. We'll set a couple of quick settings here. Ooh. Turn this up a little bit for you guys. You know what? Maybe not much. Let's do that. All right, cool. So we're gonna try out this new game. Let's look at the controls real quick. This is just simple. We'll just go back. And how do we go back again? Escape. Play. So we're going to try out this game. It's kind of like a story-based survival game where you're basically trying to figure out a murder. So we'll give this a whirl, see what it has in store for us. I haven't played it at all. This is brand new for me, so we'll be kind of figuring this out together. But yeah, I'm finally back from vacation. We moved. I'm mostly got my office set up, and so a few things still to figure out and get organized. But we're settling in nicely, and so I wanted to start with a new game.
Faubert sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Okay. Turn this down a little. It's still really loud for me. Hopefully it's not too bad for y'all. Alright, so we got throttle, brake, and steering.
They had set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
Oh, and I got a new computer too, so that's fantastic. I'm trying that.
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
That's awesome. They're at the rest stop. I don't know how to interact with anything, but I'm gonna... Oh. Open. Okay, so E interacts. Read. Alright, so just a little pamphlet. That's cool. Got us a little phone. Alright. Close the door? Yeah, close the door. Let's go in the tower. Can we run? Yeah, we can run. Just kind of. One empty bottle. Hey, you never know when you need an empty bottle, you know? I mean, it's an empty bottle. Ooh, those are some pretty cool carvings. Oh man, are you? You got bolt cutters? Something else? Did we get any more tools? No. That's pretty awesome. So, good to know. Exploring is really important in this game. Good, because I almost did just like, yeah, go open the gate and peace out, you know? That would have been terrible. You would have missed bolt cutters. I guess you actually probably need the bolt cutters to get through here, though. So we would have had to go walking around and figure it out anyway. Let's see.
Hamilton never mentioned a road-blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it. Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself. Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
Okay. I wonder if I could have got that rock.
William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here. The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent men. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
Holy crap. Crazy driver. I totally could have avoided him. We did avoid him. Still wrecked.
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care.
Oh man, it's a little snowy.
The driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help.
Get to the truck. First aid kit.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold. It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance.
Take it.
This deep in the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it.
How do we get? We want the first aid kit. First aid kit. What's our health now? Is that the help? What's all this? More health. Alright. You know what? We're not gonna worry about the health just yet. Anybody? Hello? Anybody here?
Cold turned into pain. Carl needed to find someplace warm.
Let's close the door. Turn that on. Oh look, there's the chains.
Even better than he had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more, and was now on his way to new adventures.
Some matches, fire starter. Oh crap, what am I missing? Get the paper. Come on, man, get the paper. No, I don't want to turn it off. I don't know what that is. So I've got matches. Oh, wood. Is wood? One log. Start. There we go. Let's close the door. Actually, let's go get another log, just in case. I don't know if we're gonna need another. Okay. Put the dang flashlight away. Get another log. Close the door. Okay, I can't add another log, but that's fine. It's okay. Alright, we're warm. Anything else in there? Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so now that we've warmed up, how about we go back outside. Oh, look, we can light this. I don't really need that right now. No? What all we got down here? Just underneath the hut. We'll go back up the tower again, since last time it proved to have some good, useful tools. Not a damn thing. But where are we at? Nope. Warmed. Yeah, we're okay. Let's go back to the truck. We'll get the chains on. Maybe we can get our truck unstuck. Doing on warm? Did we warm up in the car? Yeah, maybe. Radio back on. Oh, that's the same hub. Okay, so not. Got it. Maybe I shouldn't leave the stove on. Let's turn off the radio. It's kind of annoying. You know we're going into something else. I'm trying to slow down a little. You're not supposed to go this fast in the snow, man. See if we can get to town. Maybe is this town?
Spread out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes. The Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry.
I had a mailbox at the end of it. Maybe another house. Looking for the general store.
The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Good. No, a little bit. Hold on, I got somebody who wants to watch. Oh crap. General store, here we go. Just pulling in. Alright, so let's see what we got. The general store. Gonna need some gas for sure. Let's do
The pumps
that.
wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily.
Ha.
In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store.
Alright, box.
Something fell to the bottom of the box.
Need the key. Let's go inside then. Oh.
Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective
shit,
could have
Sherlock.
noticed that the killer had to have been very close. That the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
Alright, so take a picture. Okay. Oh man. Good old unmarked cans. I don't know. I'm an investigator, so I guess I should take everything I can, right?
What could be inside that envelope? Carl was taken aback. He knew this address. It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Okay. What else we got here? Isn't this the thing? Yeah. Right here? Place is a mess. Oh, yeah. Oh shit, Sherlock. Maybe like what we do for MREs in the U.S. I don't know. You want a fire starter? Some good stuff to have. Ooh. Pictures.
Amateur hunters showing some pride at having killed a nice pelted beast.
Okay.
With men like this roaming the area, wolves would become extinct within 10 years, Carl thought. A nice picture of the Magasin Lachance store, seemingly taken the day it was first opened. It feels frozen in time, from an era long forgotten.
All right.
Jumping from that height was akin to tempting death. Perhaps that man on the snowmobile had seen enough of this world already.
Or he was just simply a thrill seeker. The general store also serves the post office for locals. All right. Cash register instructions. Price for sale and 2 times punch the machine. If it doesn't work, punch the machine. I like that. Okay. Secretary wouldn't. This is the same little pamphlet we got? Yeah, it's the same little pamphlet we got. Okay. Turn off. Turn off. No. I'm good.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Oh. Turn off. Ooh, wolves.
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training.
Just gonna close
Wolves
that back.
always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears? An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
I don't really want to go outside to see what the hell happened. Alright, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Let's see if we can get the power back on. Close this back up. Turn the breaker. Garage is off. Turn that off. I'm gonna turn it back on. Electricity from generator. Didn't seem to do anything, did it? Main power. Can we get the generator on? Push the button, man. Turn the gen. Oh, do I have full start? Oh, fix
Carl
the
was
wire.
no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
Aha. Okay. So let's see if we can't find some stuff in here. The things we're looking for is probably in the garage. No thanks. I prefer my beer cold. It's gonna be cold here in a few minutes, man. Yes. Take one of those. And oh, you turn the pump on. Probably need electricity first.
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
Interesting. Okay. There's the telephone. Hello?
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
There's the key. Take the money. Okay, so we're gonna go. I think what I want is out here. And then we go to the garage. Oh,
The murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy.
Interesting. Okay, so let's go to the garage. See if we can't get in the garage. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me.
Hate was in the air. Seems like some villagers barely tolerated each other.
Well, seems like pleasant individuals, don't you think? So we can't get in the garage. Well, at least not yet. What the hell is this?
Carl was used to strange phenomena. But a chunk of ice like this? As if an iceberg came out of the ground? That was a first.
Keep that thing.
Prints? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was it a possible lead?
Oh crap, I threw it away. That's my bad. E to keep the picture. I'm not exactly wanting to go follow this freaking tracks. Got any poop in there? Hello? You know what? We can go light this thing up, get warm. Here we go. Warm us up. Gotta figure out how to get in there. Warm. So we need wire cutters and duct tape, it looks like. That's something.
A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Probably want to turn the truck off before we run out of gas there, buddy.
A radiator without power is as good as a wood stove without logs.
Okay. I don't see any duct tape. There's tools all over the place, though. There's got to be another key somewhere. Where are you? Just a mirror. Nothing special. Oh, what's that? Duct tape? Nope, nope, not the matches. Matches? Nothing. Nothing.
According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
That's the key. Pump 2? We got pump 2 on. They're gonna turn on. Gas.
The pumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store.
You take the other car. Doesn't look like it runs. Hardware. It's very generic. There's the pliers we need. Okay. Nothing else. Oh.
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge.
I keep
The poor
forgetting
thing was
I don't
out of
have
power.
on.
The crowbar was stuck under the lift.
Okay.
Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, Car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
But car lifting could be. Let's get a little fire, a little warmth. Feels good. Alright. Fix that. Generator on. Okay, generator power. We are gonna do that. I probably did that backwards, technically. I like that the doors all close behind you. I will take the
At
crowbar.
long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
Alright, so head back.
Carl, ever diligent in his work, always carried his log on him, in which he scribbled down thoughts and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
Okay, so we will turn the garage off and the general store
The
on.
note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Close the door so we get warmth in here. Now, turn the pump on. Get gas. The truck moved. That's weird.
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gel.
Pause it.
La Chance. Any good investigation would have to start there.
Well, so we've got these tracks.
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen his share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away.
Yes, I am following the wolf tracks into the woods. Oh. Okay, everybody sees this, right? There's...
Carl wondered what the hell could that thing be. It looked like a man fossilized in ice.
Why are you freaking out? Okay, now I can't move.
All of a sudden, Carl felt like he was pulled inside a world of dreams, a cold, unknown dimension. Somehow, self-control was slipping from his grasp.
What the hell? Oh.
To all appearances, this was a hunting log. Better yet, a war diary.
Okay.
What could these engraved numbers mean?
Hmm.
A fresh path suddenly appeared before Carl.
This is crazy weird. Okay.
Carl had that feeling you get when you immerse your frozen hands in hot water. What happened? Now at least he knew who the unfortunate man petrified in ice was. Gilles
Yeah.
Lachance, the general store's manager himself.
Huh.
That had to be the worst parking job ever. Who was Carl to judge, though? It may be customary to park like that around these parts. Or not.
This is the general store, yeah. Okay, so we're back at the general store. That was super freaking weird. Let's go warm up. Like get our health back, you know? Oh, let's get the hell out of here. I don't know where we're gonna go. We're gonna get the hell out of here. This looks safe. There's like houses. Loading. Loading. Alright. Swing set. Ivy's house. I guess he doesn't turn off the truck.
A wintry atmosphere surrounded the house. The soundlessness of the area suggested it was empty. When finding a boot, one wonders what became of the foot. The key, which seemed to be meant for a padlock, bore an inscription reading Cloutier et Fils. A company name. Better keep an eye open. Businesses weren't exactly numerous around these parts. Money in a jar. What a shame. Carl would have loved cookies.
Open all the things. What we got here?
A pay stub for some undoubtedly harsh lumberjack work. Alexandre Blais felled trees and chopped woods for Cloutier et Fils.
feel a little weird about just like walking in this dude's house. Yeah, take some of that, some of that. And I'm stealing everything out of this dude's fridge. I'm not so much mad about that. Huzzah! Interesting. So she left in a hurry. Oh yeah, matches. Always want some good matches. Newspaper, unsolved accident. Take a bath. The door like not closed. Guess it's as close as it's gonna get, huh? Oh, can I get fill up the bottle? Yeah, got another water bottle. Awesome sauce. Ooh. There's snow up here. That's what you think.
A window left open in that weather? Perhaps something had to be watched.
Perhaps. Well, I'm not finding a whole lot in here. Ooh, diary. Okay. Nothing to note in there except that it is freaking cold in here, yo. That was. Where's that gun? No, I want the gun. How can I not? Why can't I? So, 2 gives me a map. 3, camera. 4, flashlight. Inventory. Did I accidentally put it in the truck? Consumables. Equipment. Revolver. Dogs ate the sausage.
The spirograph amused Carl. It was a nice modern toy, aside from being repetitive by nature and completely useless. Still, it found its way into many Quebecois homes.
Oh, I can open these too. Awesome. Let's close these. What's this? Cigarettes? Alright. Attach wire. I don't have any wire. We didn't find any, I don't think. No, we didn't find any wire.
Little Martin Blais with his Uncle Pierre. There was a deep sense of bonding and pride coming out of the picture. Carl felt sorry for the man. No one deserved such a cruel fate. The picture had been taken inside the house. It was the same wallpaper. Judging by the smiles, nobody suspected the impending misfortunes.
Okay, so let's go check out the shed. Of course it's locked. So we want to go put all the logs back in the truck. Positive. The logs. We can put those back in. Heh, that's kind of cool. So if we needed to later, we can get the logs back out. I think I'm good right now. I don't think I need to be warmed up here. It's interesting though. Is you would think there'd be a way. I think I'd be able to find that key, wherever that key might be. Painkillers. Maybe I'm missing stuff by accident. I'm not walking up close enough to things, so. Let's try that. Go over here. That's where we found that note. We've opened all of those. Maybe something back upstairs that I missed. A key.
The sheets were in such a way that indicated a rude awakening, followed by a hurried escape. What had happened here? There's nothing else in here. Alright guys, so we've explored this house. I think what we do is we're gonna go try another house. So next episode we're gonna try a new house. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's an interesting game. It's kind of we gotta figure a lot of things out and try to find a lot of stuff. So hope you enjoyed it, like I said, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and if you like the video, leave a like and leave me some comments. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.